I want you gentlemen to imagine a little scenario with me. A 20-year-old girl suddenly walks away and leaves you behind. She leaves without offering you a single word of explanation. But then, a 35-year-old woman comes seeking you out. She longs for the peace and calm she finds in your soul. Why on earth is there such a strange and curious difference? Why does the very same man get two completely different results? Gentlemen, most older men misunderstand this entire situation. You often think that women love in just one single way. You think they look for one type of man their whole life. But the harsh truth is far more complex than you ever imagined. Science has clearly proven that a woman's needs are always evolving. They pass through 3 biological stages that are incredibly intense. If you do not know which stage she is currently living in, you are playing a game where you are guaranteed to lose. Today, I am going to reveal this great big secret to you. These are real truths from neuroscience and psychology research. Do not look away from this video, because the ending will truly shock you. It will completely transform the way you look at women forever. Please hit the like button and subscribe right now to begin this journey. Now, let us dive deep into the very first point together. This is the stage from 18 to 22 years old, the whirlwind of experience. Let us talk about those very young girls living in the United States. At the ages of 18 to 22, they are just like swirling tornadoes. Their prefrontal cortex is still in the process of developing. This is the region of the brain responsible for planning ahead. This region also helps a person make long-term decisions in life. Because it is unfinished, she only lives for the present moment. She craves intense and colorful experiences in her young life. She needs excitement and brand new emotions she has never felt before. Do you know, in her eyes, what you actually are to her? You are a book full of mystery and deep fascination. A book filled with chapters of adventures already lived through. This young girl is drawn in by that very life experience of yours. You have stories that the young guys her age simply cannot match. You can guide her into the real adult world step by step. Let me share a very true example that I once witnessed myself. Picture a college student attending school in California right now. Her name is Ashley, 21 years old, studying marketing in school. She is sick and tired of the young guys her own age. They are impulsive, inexperienced, and far too childish in how they act. They only know how to invite her out drinking and play video games. Then she meets a gentleman, nearly 70 years old, at a coffee shop. He has traveled all over the world, from Paris to Tokyo. He tells stories about his years working on Wall Street. Ashley listens with passion, her eyes lighting up like a little child. That is exactly the power of life experience, my dear gentleman. You offer the glamour and novelty that youth simply cannot provide. But be careful, my gentlemen, who are over 65 years old. The sign here is that she is just looking for thrills and strong feelings. She is not searching for a lifelong commitment from you at all. She is collecting experiences to build her own life story. She needs a man who can deliver intense excitement to her. If you try to tie her down right at this stage of life, you will only receive resistance and emotional distance in return. Remember, she is here for the words right now and nothing more. She is not asking where you will be in 5 years from now. She is only asking where you will take her out tonight. What new and exciting thing you will show her this very week? Have any of you ever met a whirlwind like Ashley before? Please leave a comment right below, sharing your own personal story. I truly want to listen and share these experiences along with you. Now we move on to the second point, which is just as important. This is the stage from 25 to 30 years old in a woman's life. I like to call this the ticking of her biological clock. Everything begins to shift the moment she turns 25 years old. The environment around her starts to change in very obvious ways. Her friends are getting married one by one and having babies. Her Instagram feed is flooded with wedding photos and newborn babies. Here in the United States, the social pressure at this point is enormous. The biological clock begins to make its ticking sound very loudly. This is not just a social myth or old wives' tale, my gentlemen. Neuroscientists have actually confirmed that this is a very real thing. It creates a quiet sense of urgency from deep down inside her. She stops searching for simple emotions the way she did before. She starts evaluating men in a completely different way now. Her standards suddenly rise to a very high level all at once. She looks at your true stability and your authentic character. She cares about reliability and the feeling of true safety. Let us imagine a 28-year-old woman living in Texas right now. Her name is Jennifer, working as an accountant at an oil and gas company. She is exhausted from those long string of short-lived romances. She is starting to plan and calculate for the next 10 years ahead. She wants to know who you are and what you have built so far. Do you own a home? Do you have savings tucked away? Are you ready to be the father of her future children one day? The sign at this particular stage is a sense of practicality. She will ask about your career and your financial situation. She needs a man who can be her solid and reliable foundation. At this point, the age gap can actually be a huge advantage. You have the stability that the young men in their 20s still lack. You have a solid career and the calmness of a man who has lived. You no longer need to prove yourself to anyone else anymore. That is exactly the thing that Jennifer is hungry to find. But remember carefully, she is searching for long-term value here. If you only have a shiny exterior, she will leave very soon. She needs a man who can build a lasting home with her. The question becomes, are you really ready for this commitment? Can you actually give her a real home to call her own? Think very carefully before you enter this particular stage. And now, we arrive at the third point, the most profound of all. This is the stage from 38 to 45 years old in a woman. I call this the stage of awakening and deep authenticity. This is the stage where you gentlemen misunderstand the most often. After living through enough ups and downs, she changes profoundly. Perhaps she has already gone through a divorce or a heartbreak. She has built her own personal values all on her own 2 feet. She enters into a stage I call the awakening of authenticity. The estrogen hormone in her body begins to decrease gradually. This causes her brain to operate far more independently than before. She is no longer trying to impress anyone in the room anymore. She is searching for a true safe harbor for her tired soul. Not so much financial safety, but rather emotional safety this time. She values deep presence and profound understanding above all else. She needs a man who can truly understand the soul inside of her. Let me tell you about a successful woman living in New York City. Her name is Margaret, 42 years old, a partner at a major law firm. She has money. She has status, but she feels deeply lonely inside. Every evening when she comes home, she only has her cat for company. She does not need you to buy her a designer handbag from Hermes. She can easily buy 10 of them for herself if she wanted to. She needs you to listen to what she has been hiding for so long. She needs you to sit quietly beside her during the rainy nights. The sign at this stage is true depth in your communication together. Physical attraction slowly loses the power it once held in earlier years. Emotional depth becomes the master key that opens every single door. She needs a man who can simply sit in silence right alongside her. A man who does not judge and who is always there when she needs him. A man where just one look between you is enough to understand the heart. If you can bring her this precious and rare sense of peace, you will become the one and only man in her entire world. Do not try to act young or flashy at this stage of her life. Do not tell her about your wild adventures from your younger years anymore. Just be yourself, authentic, and full of deep compassion for her. That is what a woman in her 40s truly needs from a man. Do you gentlemen see yourselves anywhere in Margaret's story today? Please comment the word Margaret if you have ever met someone like her. And now, I am going to reveal the most shocking truth of this video. Prepare yourself mentally, because this insight will change everything. You gentlemen often complain that women are far too complicated. Am I right? That they change unpredictably like the weather in early springtime. Today she loves you passionately, tomorrow she coldly turns her back. But the harsh truth is this: they are not complicated at all. They are simply reacting to their own natural biological cycles, a law of nature that absolutely no one has ever taught you about. Listen carefully to what I am about to say, and remember it well. Stop searching for the right woman ever again, my dear gentlemen. Start searching for the right moment in her own personal life. This is the secret that 99% of men never figure out. A girl who once loved you passionately at 20 years old. She might leave you at 28. And it is not because you failed. It is because her biological needs have simply evolved over time. She has shifted from the chemical dopamine to the chemical oxytocin, from craving experiences to craving long-term stability instead. If you remain the same old man of excitement that she once knew, you will lose her the moment she begins to need reliability. This is the pattern I have personally witnessed hundreds of times. A successful man is one who knows how to transform himself in time. He understands the stage and provides exactly what she truly needs. Do not blame her for changing her heart. Blame yourself for being slow. This is the truth that I hope you gentlemen will deeply absorb. Now, let us walk together toward this very important conclusion. In summary, we have 3 major milestones in a woman's life journey. From 18 to 22, she needs intense and vivid experiences. From 25 to 30, she needs stability and a solid foundation. From 38 to 45, she needs authenticity and inner peace. Never again ask the question, what does this girl want from me? Always ask instead, what stage of life is she currently living in? That is the right question for a wise and thoughtful man to ask. I want to give you gentlemen 3 concrete pieces of action advice. First, observe her social circle very carefully and closely. Are her friends getting married or are they still out partying every weekend? Are they posting baby photos or vacation photos from exotic places? This is the mirror reflecting which stage of life she is in right now. Second, evaluate the priorities inside the stories that she tells you. Does she speak about her long-term career or short little weekend trips? Does she mention her family often or talk about late-night parties? Every single sentence reveals her current psychological stage clearly. Third, present a value that corresponds to the stage she is living in. Do not be too serious with a young girl who has just turned 20. She will find you boring and run away from you very quickly. But also, do not be too flashy with a woman in her 40s either. She will find you shallow and not worthy of her precious trust. Psychological understanding is the most powerful weapon you possess. Stronger than money, stronger than any shiny outer appearance ever. Remember this, your 65 years of age is a true treasure of wisdom. Use it to read the heart of the woman that you truly desire. Use it to become the irreplaceable man in her entire life. If this video helped open your eyes today, please hit the like button now. Please subscribe so you do not miss the upcoming psychological secrets. Which age group of women do you struggle with the most these days? Please comment your personal story, and I will help you find answers. Please share this video with your closest friends who need it too. Because who knows, they might be struggling with the same question. I look forward to seeing you again in the lessons that are coming. I wish you all good health and the discovery of true happiness. Goodbye for now, and see you very soon, my dear gentlemen.